The latest episode of WWE Raw delivered one of the most shocking and electrifying moments fans have seen in months, perhaps even years, when emotions boiled over in the backstage area. The highly anticipated return of Roman Reigns has been the talk of the WWE Universe for weeks, with countless theories swirling around about his motives and who his first target might be. For quite some time, questions have lingered about whether Roman would look to reclaim dominance, attempt to assert himself once again as the undeniable face of the company, or possibly go after long-standing rivals who have crossed his path in the past. Last night, those questions began to find their answers in the most dramatic way possible when Roman Reigns cornered Seth Rollins in a heated and intense face-to-face encounter that is already being hailed as one of the most memorable Raw moments of the year. The atmosphere was charged from the start, as Roman Reigns has carried with him an aura of unpredictability ever since his return. His reputation as the tribal chief precedes him, and the very sight of him walking into the backstage area instantly commands attention. It is no secret that Roman has made a career out of dominating his opponents, crushing expectations, and imposing his will on anyone who dares to stand in his way. But this time, his target was not just anyone, it was Seth Rollins, the current World Heavyweight Champion, a man with whom Roman shares one of the deepest and most personal rivalries in WWE history. Their story stretches back over a decade, from their days as brothers-in-arms in the Shield to the countless battles they have fought against each other in the years since. When Roman confronted Rollins last night, the tension between them was palpable, almost as if years of history, betrayal, and competition had come bubbling to the surface in one explosive moment. Without wasting time, Roman made his intentions crystal clear. Gone was the air of mystery surrounding his return. He stood tall, his presence alone enough to silence the chaos of the backstage environment, and delivered his message directly to Rollins. Roman reminded Seth of their storied history, bringing up the betrayal that tore the Shield apart, the wars they've fought in the ring, and the undeniable fact that Rollins is currently holding the one thing Roman desires more than anything else, the World Heavyweight Championship. To Roman, championships are not just accolades, they are proof of dominance, symbols of power, and validation of his role as the tribal chief. Last night, he declared openly that Rollins' reign as champion is on borrowed time. The words were chilling and precise, a verbal dagger meant to cut deep and send a message not just to Seth Rollins, but to the entire locker room. Roman Reigns is back, and he is coming for the very top prize. Rollins, however, is not a man who backs down easily. Known for his resilience, cunning, and defiant spirit, Seth refused to let Roman intimidate him. Instead of showing fear or doubt, Rollins smirked, a trademark expression that has often gotten under the skin of his rivals. His response was simple yet powerful. If Roman Reigns wants the championship, he will have to earn it the hard way, by going through him in the ring. The confidence in Rollins' tone was unmistakable. He has fought tooth and nail to become the champion, enduring grueling battles against the likes of Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, and others. To him, the World Heavyweight Championship is not just a title, it is validation of his journey, his sacrifices, and his ability to stand at the top of the mountain. Rollins was not about to let Roman Reigns simply walk in and take it without a fight. This confrontation was more than just two superstars exchanging words. It was a symbolic collision of legacies, ideologies, and pride. Roman Reigns represents dominance, control, and the acknowledgement he demands as the tribal chief, while Seth Rollins embodies defiance, resilience, and the belief that he is the true workhorse champion of WWE. Their interaction sent shockwaves throughout the WWE universe, sparking debates among fans about what comes next. Social media lit up instantly, with clips of the confrontation spreading across platforms, fans dissecting every line, every smirk, and every gesture. Many are calling it the beginning of a rivalry that could define the next chapter of WWE's storytelling. The history between these two men makes this feud particularly compelling. They once stood side by side as part of one of the most dominant factions in WWE history, the Shield, alongside Dean Ambrose, who is now known to fans as Jon Moxley outside WWE. Together, they wreaked havoc, changed the landscape of the company, and established themselves as top-tier talents. Yet, that unity crumbled when Seth Rollins infamously betrayed his brothers, a moment that still echoes in the hearts of fans who remember the shock of that chair shot. Over the years, their paths have crossed multiple times, with victories and defeats traded back and forth, but there has never been a definitive end to their rivalry. Roman has often been seen as the face of WWE, carrying the company on his shoulders, while Seth has carved his legacy through unmatched work ethic and spectacular in-ring performances. Last night's face-off reignited all those old wounds and unresolved questions. As Roman told Seth directly that his time as champion was running out, the weight of his words could not be ignored. Reigns has proven time and again that when he sets his eyes on a target, he rarely misses. His dominance as Universal Champion for over 2 years remains one of the most remarkable runs in modern WWE history. He has defeated some of the biggest names in the business, from Brock Lesnar to John Cena, proving himself as a nearly unstoppable force. Now, with his return, his mission is clear: to add the World Heavyweight Championship to his legacy and further cement his role as the greatest of this generation. For Rollins, the challenge is monumental. He knows what Roman is capable of, he has seen it firsthand, and yet he refuses to back down, making this a battle of wills as much as it is a battle for gold. Fans are left wondering, when will Roman Reigns make his move? Will he bide his time, strategically choosing the perfect moment to strike, or will he launch an all-out assault sooner rather than later? WWE thrives on unpredictability, and this rivalry opens the door to countless possibilities. Could we see them clash at an upcoming premium live event? Could Roman interfere in one of Rollins' matches, making a statement through action rather than words? The uncertainty only fuels the excitement. What is certain, however, is that WWE Raw just became must-see television, with everyone eager to witness the next chapter in this brewing war. The implications of this confrontation go far beyond just Roman and Seth. The entire WWE roster is now on high alert. When Roman Reigns sets his sights on something, it often leads to collateral damage for anyone who dares get in his way. Allies could be drawn in, rivalries could be reignited, and unexpected twists could unfold as this storyline develops. The tribal chief operates on his own terms, and he has never been afraid to manipulate, intimidate, or dominate to achieve his goals. Rollins, meanwhile, has allies of his own, fans who believe in him, and a tenacity that makes him one of the hardest opponents to dethrone. The collision course between these two is inevitable, and when it finally happens, it promises to be one of the biggest matches.